privilege of having him ask me, and on November the 28th, I remember the day, and Dave called me and said, "Can you do a show next year?" And I said, "Sure." I said, "When?" He said, "January." I said, "January of next year?" But I knew that I had enough people who were great artists to pull together a really fine show, and this is really a strong show. You know, I gotta say that. So Dave said he wanted to do a civil rights show, and I was thinking about civil rights, and I said, you know, I had to do some research about the civil rights movement, and I found out that, in my opinion, it was the transcendent moment in the 20th century. Okay, right in the middle of the 20th century, there was this linchpin movement that was really the vanguard and created all of the big mass movements that you really see in America today. So we talked about it and we said, how can we do a civil rights exhibit when most of the artists who made work during the civil rights probably aren't around? We were not going to be able to get a hold of them. We were very fortunate that we got one, and that's Dave Booker, who's one of the godfathers of Newark photographers. And Dave's picture is #1 on your list, a photograph of Dr. King at Shabazz, or Southside High School, in Newark in 1968, and this was the last time Dr. King gave a speech in Newark, and it was just shortly before his assassination. And so from that linchpin, we figured out that we should not just have the civil rights movement, but its progeny. What did it create? It created the Black Arts Movement, it created the Black Power Movement, and it created what we know now as the Black Lives Matter movement. So I took Dave's piece as the first, as a linchpin, and then I used my piece that I created in 2015 called Black Lives Matter, and then we had artists who could weave in an experience in between. So some of those artists are here today. Kathleen McCoy Bristol, a fabulous painter who, when I called Kathleen, she actually put together a piece for this show.
Wow.
Yeah. Put together a piece for this show. Beverly McCutcheon is here. Beverly is a fabulous collagist who inspires me. She just had a show at Fairleigh Dickinson University in Hackensack. You should go see this show. You should go see this show called Wallpaper. My friend Steve and Ellis, he and I studied with a master, as did Ron Powell with Ben Jones at Jersey City State College. And when you see our work, you see Ben Jones's work. I mean, you know, and Ron Powell's work, Ron's work is that fabulous, what looks like an acrylic painting, but it's actually an oil painting on the wall there. And Steve is a master of what we used to do when we were little kids, draw with a pencil on the surface. And Steve has gotten that knowledge, retained it, and his work is right there on the wall. That graphite makes me want to holler. And a friend of mine who I met working with, I don't know, me and Armisi have done so many things with so many people. Right now we're working with Arts Unbound, and this woman is a fabulous artist. Her mixed media piece, what is it called?
The Sacrifice of 4 Black Girls.
And Armisi was working on this piece and working on this piece, and the day we had to hang the show, she said, "Mansa, I'm doing some more work to this show." and I just got a notice on Facebook that somebody wants to purchase her work. And so hopefully that's what happens. So I think, any other artists in the room? I think that's all of the artists in the room. And then thank you so much. A lot of my friends are here from the West Orange Arts Council. My students are here. My teacher, Nettie Thomas, is here. Some of my other little students are here. So thanks for coming out. I just learned today that Jersey City State College or New Jersey City University is going to take this entire show, and they'll be exhibiting it in February. So, Dave, you got it.
So, how about a round of applause for the fantastic job that Mansa did?